Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Indian report for the 30th of September. So the Nifty 50 here, it's all pretty straightforward. As you know, we'd been counting as 1 and 2 and then 5 waves up here for wave 3. It's always typical of wave 4 to break out of the trend channel of its low and wave 2. So we can readjust that. We'll just move that there. The less noise on the chart, the better. The Elliott wave is already complicated enough. So from wave 3 here, we're looking for a pullback for wave 4 to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, or the 38.2% retracement level. So it's come into our range here, and as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, and now we're seeing an impulse wave to the upside. So the extension's in wave 3 here. So that means that wave, if I can just copy this here, just roughly speaking, wave 1 and wave 5 can be roughly the same length. Now, that can take us up to 13,000, so that's pretty good. So we'll also be looking for 5 waves moving up there. So there's other ways to get the extension of the 5th wave as well, but we'll look for wave 1 and 2. And wave 3 should sort of zoom off a little bit. We'll just, where are we? That's 12. I'll just leave it like that. Don't get too wrapped up in that. But it does give us something to grab hold of. But at the end of the day, to get the target, we need to count the 5 waves up. That's the best way. You know, we can get extensions, you know, based on this here. We can get extensions based on the 3rd wave and so on. But all we can hope for really is to see 5 waves up here and taking the top out here. Above that, we'll just have to see how far it travels. It depends on the market sentiment and so on and so on. So we'll see how that plays out. On the 4-hour chart, we'll start to drill in on this pattern here. As you know, we've been looking at it like this here as a simple A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, and looking at 5 wave structure coming down here for wave C. So we counted our 5 waves, we had our rough target area here, and now we're seeing the impulse wave up through here. I must have talked about going long off the 11,000 area here as the tested support with the classic trading levels pattern. So hopefully that you're long at this stage. In terms of this moving higher through here, I'll just clean this up here. Okay, so in a nutshell, we're looking for 5 waves up into this space here somewhere. Look, it may reach the top here, it may not, we'll see, but we're just looking for an ABC correction and then further upside from that point. So we'll look and move in and have a look at this here on different degrees of structure. So yeah, we need to count this up for you. So we're still counting 5 waves up here. In fact, this is in line with the S&P 500. So we were short up through here. We've taken profit down here. We've done all the right things. Looking to turn long based on a nice support to be safe. So we need to count this to the upside. So I suppose, in a way, I mean, once we do have 5 waves here, then we can say we've got a correction and then 5 up, but we don't have 5 up here yet. So this could really fail from this point as a corrective move to the upside. I don't think it's there, but it's just nice to sort of point it out and for you to be aware that we don't have 5 waves here yet, but we're looking at that. We just don't have it yet. So let's just, I think I'll just move straight to the tick chart here to look at this structure, and we'll look at it. Will a week be enough? Yeah, so we'll just run through this a little bit. So from the low here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a nice ABC pattern here. Then we've got the 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5 in here for 1 and 2 of the next degree higher. And then we're looking at wave 1 and 2 here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and the same. I won't go into all of this too much, but you can note that down and do what you need to do with it a little bit later. One of the things here that we need to focus on is, well, we've got wave 3 here, and it does appear that we've got an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So if we've got 5 waves here, then after a corrective move, we should see another 5 down, and we'll be looking at the 38.2%, so the 11,100. But it doesn't have to come down this far. It may just come down to the A wave here, or a tad below that here in this case. So I'm thinking, I mean, it looks really bullish, doesn't it? So it's, but I still need to go through this. Because we've got 5 waves here, that means, and I can see that we've probably got 5 waves in here as well, so we'd need to look at this as the A wave, the B wave here, and some sort of C wave coming into this place. So it can drop from here. Just be mindful of that, okay? Obviously, if this high gets taken out here, then you can go long from that point. So we could draw this across here and put that in green to go long at that point if you wanted to, you know, add to the position to go a little bit higher at that point. And the reason for that is because that's where the 5 waves started. So we got 5 waves here. So if that gets breached here, then something's wrong. That's all I can say. The other point here that I need to make is the 11,300 is the top of group 1. So it's a really important level to have support on. We're in group 1 at the moment of 11,000. So the 100, the 200 and the 300 here are all there for that. I'll just put this in here. That's, I mean, I can sort of hear what you're thinking. You know, it does look rather bullish from this point, but I'll just point out that once again, that once that one there's breached, then it's cool to go long from that point. So I just want you to be mindful that we could get a move down here, and then up again from that point. So yeah, in a nutshell, pretty much the same as the S&P 500. So let's just check that out. So just so you're on the same page a little bit, but you can obviously just check the US video on that. So this is the US one here. It's pulled back nicely. It hasn't pulled back to its 38.2% retracement level, I don't think. I'll just double check that again here. I know I did check it this morning, but yeah, so it's down here further as well. So that could also drop here. But once again, we do have a nice ABC pattern here, and we're going to go long off that high here. But anyway, the takeaway here is that we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and we're looking for wave 5. We'll take profit here, and we'll look for the ABC. So this move up here and the ABC is the takeaway here from looking at this video. And that's what we can expect pretty much from the Nifty, and the reason I say that for is because they both started their trends on the same day. In the bigger picture, just zooming out a little, this wave 2 is what we really want. We want it in the S&P, we want it in the Nasdaq, we want it in a lot of other indices, we also want it in the Nifty. So just coming back here to the hourly chart here. So we can look at this, copy that. We can look at this as wave 4. We're looking at that as wave 5. Wave 3 here, and 2 and 1 down here. Doesn't really matter that much. So look, that might be the end of it, and it can just go straight up there, as I mentioned, but it could drop a little bit here. So not that it's a big deal, depending on how you're viewing things and where you are and what you're doing. But the bigger picture here is that we need to take profit up here. I mean, it may only go that high here too, you know. That's the other thing here. That's the target area here for that. So I'm suggesting, and because we're actually working with this here, with this number here, that's where it may come from. So we might just need to bring that down a bit here. That would leave, taking that and that. Once again, not that it has to pull down to here, but that could be where we're looking at here. So I don't want to get stopped out on this. That's the main thing. So I want to put this stop under here. Okay, so I'll put it here, all right, and then with the view that it needs to be pushed up under that low here. Okay, and then anywhere above the 300 you need to start protecting the position. Yes, I could be wrong and it could extend further up here, but at the 11,350 is a nice place to look to take profit if you've been long from this point here. Now, yes, it could go higher up through here, but keep an eye on the S&P as well. But in one way or another, we're looking for this ABC pattern to come into play here. And I'll just redraw this out here, I think. We could turn this box green. We could look to buy in that box if the market came down that low, but we'll be with that anyway. So we're looking for this to come up to here, and then we're looking for some type of correction. It may not be much, you know, it may just come down here somewhere and then move off. So in some way we need to find a way in to this move here, because this wave 3, this wave 2, this wave 3 that's coming into play here should be longer than wave 1 here. So that will take us higher. Obviously we're going to be going above wave 3 here. So it's a really nice opportunity to, I mean, it's not the third of a third, but it's still a third wave, and that means that that means cashing in. Cashing in for Christmas. Get a few Christmas presents. I mean, a lot of the time, the wave 3 top comes in level with the top over here for this, so we just need to be a little bit mindful of that as well. So that's at that level there. So if we look at just considering this space here, and then moving that there, I don't think it's going to pull all that way back down, but I'll take it at the 100. So the wave 3 could get it, and that takes us into the old highs at that point. So that's going to take us there. Copy that for wave 4 to come back into this space. It's not going to overlap wave 1, hopefully. So at minimum, we'll be looking at this. This is what we'll be looking at here. So from down here to here to here, and then up again from that point. So we do need to find a way in. Anyway, we'll tune into this, but this is basically the rough track through the bush that we need to navigate. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Just waffling on now, so I'm not helping anybody. So, alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.